Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Giant Bomb Studio. I'm Jeff. We got Vinny and Brad here hanging out.
Yeah, great to be in the Giant Bomb Studio.
Yeah, great to be here in the Giant Bomb Studio, GiantBomb.com's official studio.
I've heard so much about it.
Yeah, welcome. We're happy to have you here. This is I'm back here in the host seat.
I see that.
And then up there, we've got the kind of guest positions and stuff like that. Guys,
Yeah.
I went to Los Angeles.
Okay.
And I walked to Yoshinoya and got a beef bowl. And I was the only person in that store that was not muttering to himself.
Why?
But after I
Why
finished
not?
the beef bowl, I was muttering to myself.
You got some footage of the beef bowl?
So you went all the way to LA for this?
Yeah, I did.
Jeez.
It was, you know, there used to be Yoshinoya in San Francisco. They closed it, so this is kind of what I have to do to get a beef bowl. And then while I was down there, ended up kind of lucking out, working out. They were having a bunch of people over to this studio space to play Titanfall.
Weird.
Which is an upcoming video game.
At the same time of the Yoshinoya event?
Yeah, at the same time as the Yoshinoya thing, I was down there and able to get in and play about 4 hours of Titanfall, 3 hours of Titanfall, somewhere around there. And I happened to have some capture gear with me.
Yeah.
Took some footage of it, kind of talked to Vince Stampella, Respawn for a little while about the upcoming game. And I thought you might want to see some of that stuff.
Yeah, let's talk about that. We'll talk about the beef bowl later.
The beef bowl was delicious.
Okay. So I heard you brought a clip?
I brought several clips here. This is going to start here with some training. Actually, you want to see the title screen?
Yeah, so this is footage you actually recorded.
I
You
recorded
yourself.
this myself.
You played
with
this
my
game.
own
Man.
hands. This is me playing the game. I recorded the footage with my own hand, charcoal pencils and such.
Yeah. Draw me like your Titanfall.
So because it's a
girls.
multiplayer-only game, they don't really have the ability to say like, hey, play the single player and you'll figure out how to shoot stuff along the way there. We can put the training there. So they have this kind of separate training mode that shows you, it helps you get virtual. If you're looking to get virtual, if you want to get on the frontier here. One thing I should say, this was all played on an Xbox One. This was not a PC with an Xbox One controller. This was an Xbox One with an Xbox One controller. And also, this is the beta. This is the beta that's going to be released on the 14th or thereabouts.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Stay inside. Don't talk to anyone. Play Titanfall.
Titanfall is for lovers.
Yeah.
Is it closed, the beta?
It is going to be code-based, but it seems like they're looking for a lot of people. But this was not necessarily the final version of the beta, so there could be some stuff with load times. I don't really know how the final version's going to...
Sure.
The final version of the beta, which I guess is a weird thing to say, is going to play out.
So is this a training mission that you play with other people?
No, this is, as I understand it, the only part of the game that you play alone.
Okay.
To calibrate the AR display, please look at each of the red lights.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
look up, Chief?
Huh?
Look down. Yeah.
Would you like to reverse the vertical look input?
Yes.
Visual
What?
calibration
What?
No.
Simulator
I told you I was playing it.
Can we just turn this footage upside down?
I mean, we could.
Whoa.
So we're not going to watch all of the training. It's like 19 chapters that takes you through. Like they go pretty basic. Like look at this first thing.
Oh God.
Where it's
Oh, wow.
This is quite virtual.
push the left stick away from you to move forward.
I like that,
Like
yeah.
kind of.
You can't break
you
it down
can't really
anymore,
break
yeah.
it down any
Just
further
in
than
case.
that. And then I'm being the dick who kind of already knows how to sprint and stuff, running up against the barriers, going, come on, come on, come on. And then I screwed that up, of course.
By sprinting.
I'm running. What do you think? Huh?
That's pretty good.
Huh?
Jump over
You've
the
been around
obstacle.
some video games before.
Yeah. I pushed away from me and then clicked in the stick and then grabbed onto that thing. And then if you look right here, I'm going to
Jump toward
jump
the
and
edge of the
mantle.
surface
Yeah,
to
to be
pull
fair, the
yourself
mantling and jetpack stuff is new enough that
It is. I
probably-
think that the game actually really benefits from this training stuff, especially as you get into kind of how to pilot
As a pilot, your
the
most
mechs.
important piece of gear is your jump kit, which
That
allows
stuff
you to
is
run on
pretty
walls.
specific about how to use those
Wall run
abilities.
across the gap
Do
to proceed.
they...
And then wall running off is obviously right here. like
Right.
that.
I actually had some problems when we played this.
yeah, the wall running is not 100% intuitive. Like,
So, I mean, maybe it's because I've played it a few times now and went through this training before getting in here, but the wall running is absolutely intuitive.
well, I mean,
Once you
you've
kind of
done
know expect that it's there, and kind of
Well done.
work that out. Like there's two maps for actually playing the game in this beta. Like there's one that is a cityscape with a lot of rooftops and stuff. And I felt like I only misjudged those jumps
sprinting,
like twice
jumping,
the whole time I was
and wall
playing.
running to make your way to the exit.
It ended up working out pretty well. So the training will run you through, like it'll show you what the wall runs is and what the wall runs are, and then kind of say, now you do it like
I
this.
see. So I think having played, I think I only had 2 sessions with this, right? 2 kind of longer sessions,
Yeah.
and each time by the
Completion
end of the
requirements
first
met.
match, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
now I'm back.
Right.
I understand the timing, how long you can stay up there.
You need a little time with
But
it
you
before it
definitely need
feels
a bit.
right.
And some of that stuff will change, you know, depending on what abilities you have equipped. You can wall hang, so you can kind of like stay stationary, perched up there, waiting for some fool to walk into a room.
It was always vertical climbing too. I didn't quite understand exactly how far it can go up.
Yeah, yeah. You'll kind of see it here. He'll kind of run
Yeah.
up the wall a little bit.
So he does like the last little bit, but
Yeah, but not a ton.
So,
Why don't we watch a little freeform double jump here in pilot training?
oh no.
5.
Does this stuff set up the world at all? Is there any
No,
place where you get that?
No, so so this is just the raw ass multiplayer in this beta. There will be a separate hopper or whatever it is for campaign multiplayer.
Oh, this is so you guys did not play
No.
that
So I
stuff.
don't know anything about how that mode's going to
Okay.
work. They wouldn't really talk about it.
Okay.
It was kind of unclear as to how that stuff really surfaces.
Okay, because I didn't even know there was a distinction. So
Yeah, there is.
just
So
a-
it's if you just want to get in and play multiplayer, ask multiplayer, that is an option. And if you want the story stuff, it'll be kind of the same modes and same maps, but I guess you'll get different in mission updates about how it's going. It's like I said, that's not really clear.
I mean, it seemed like there, like the little bit we played of it, there's like event triggers and
yeah,
having to escape in a shuttle and stuff like
That's
that.
in the regular
Oh, is
multiplayer.
it?
Like that's not.
But there's like the thing we played. I think everybody has seen so far is the guy like opening the manhole and like that whole beginning sequence where they're like basically setting up a mission and you're walking around in a circle while they're like, we need to get over to the thingamabob and the like they had the one at E3 and all that stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think that was even.
That's not the campaign.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's pretty unclear.
But there is no offline single player campaign.
Right.
That guy's head went
you will perform
180 degrees.
Yeah.
Does this seem weird to
That was
you,
severe.
having played a bunch of this game, just dudes with pistols right now, like in hallways? 'Cause none of the game ever looks like this, right?
No, I guess not. But so check this pistol out though. Once I start shooting it, this is the smart pistol, and look at that reticle. It is large.
Get close enough to a valid target, and the smart pistol will start locking on.
Does it?
Wait for a full lock before pulling the trigger.
What?
Use your smart pistol to neutralize the target. Target eliminated.
So you could have shot anywhere.
I
in
could have
that?
shot anywhere, and that bullet would have curved and got him.
How long does it take to get that lock?
Not very long. So the way this works is that's a good way to kill AI grunts, which are what these guys are. And then the human players are referred to as pilots, and you might have to lock onto them like 3 times to get that kill. And it'll Panzer Dragoon it. It'll kind of lock on all 3 times at once. If you are there, like that.
Target down.
And one pull of the trigger fires all 3 of those shots. It's an interesting pistol. It is not the only pistol in the game.
Yeah.
And I tried it for a while. I think I have some footage of me. I think I have some footage of me using it here. It did not seem like it was breaking the game.
Right.
To take a more calculated shot.
All right. So this, let's skip ahead a little bit here. I'm shooting some targets.
All opposition in the
And then it takes you out here for some more training in an actual level.
Field training.
Located in
Yeah.
the upper left corner of your AR display. Look for the small dots on
Do they
your
call
map.
they call them grunts? Is that
Yeah.
with their not creeps or anything?
No. The term creep is not used.
Do you get anything from killing them, or are they just there to be in the way?
You do. So when you are playing for real, in that lower right corner there, you will see kind of the countdown timer to your next Titan. And everything you kill, everything you do will take time off that clock. It'll automatically tick down, but it starts at like 4 minutes or something. So if you're running from point A to point B, you're killing all these guys along the way, it is reducing your timer. And also giving you something to do while you're running from point A to point B, which I thought was, it makes the battles feel
Minimal damage
pretty action-packed.
Fire exercise. Well
Are
done.
these grunts ever really a threat to you?
Combat
I think I may have
scenario
died to one here and
initialized.
there, but they spend some time looking at you before they start shooting. They're like bad
Titans
bots.
will not
Right.
take substantial
Is it
damage from
really
small
obvious
arms
just
fire.
visually who's a grunt and
Switch to
who's a
anti-Titan
pilot?
weapon.
Like, are the character models
Not at
very different?
range, not immediately. I mean, maybe that's something. If I play more of it, it'll kind of, the silhouettes look different enough to where it won't be a big deal.
Destroy
But
the Titan with
the names over their heads,
weapon.
you either get a gamer tag or, grunt.
So like, having seen some of this footage and seen this game a little bit, I feel like this is the mellowest this game has ever appeared to me.
Yeah.
Like, kind of relaxed, hanging out here.
Yeah, just do some training.
Yeah.
Here's a giant robot. What do you
Usually,
think?
there's just explosions happening nonstop. That is a very large weapon.
Big gun.
That's a Titan gun.
It's a gun for robots.
Humans can't carry that.
You can't like get on your knees and just pull
No,
the trigger.
that's what I thought running over there. Like, oh, dude, can I pick up this gun? What's going on?
What do you think of that skybox, Brad?
Pretty nicely.
Get close to your
So the Titan will generate that dome shield when it lands, and if you are in an enemy dome shield, you will die.
Inside, really?
Yeah, if you stand in there too long, it'll wear away on your health.
Firing your
I found that out the hard way.
weapon is as easy as firing a pilot weapon.
So those these dashes here are that's your dash meter. When you use the A button, so you don't jump as a Titan, you dash, and so when I dash like that, you'll see it'll reduce one and start counting back up. The Titan stuff's kind of like it's a tricky balance if you think about it, because they have to make it so like the first guy to get the robot isn't like all powerful,
Right.
but you also have to feel like you can crush people. So they give you kind of that Halo. So the meter at the top of the screen, the health meter, is the top bar is your shield, and then the middle bar is your health. Your shield will regenerate, your health does not in the Titan. So it'll eventually, you will take too much damage and have to abandon your Titan. So the whole thing with Titans is when they run out of health, they go into what's called a doom state, and you'll get a different kind of health bar that will tick down to explosion at that point. So you can kind of stay in there when you're in that state and keep fighting.
Right, but your health is constantly ticking down.
You're
Basically a
doomed.
timer.
You're
Right.
doomed
Yeah.
at that point. So yeah, the training go through some of the dash stuff and take it back inside for some Titan dashes.
Let a
to
big
dodge some
robot in there,
rockets.
nice clean
I
facility.
know, weird. Right?
AI when they are on
It'll teach you what to do when you're out of your Titan. So when you're out of your Titan, you can be in two modes. You push down on the D-pad to swap between having it guard one position and having it try to follow you around.
AI mode.
So in this case, I had to open a door and then make it
Through the gate.
follow me through here.
Did you use much of the have it follow you around in battles? Because that's the kind of thing where I'd be worried about the AI getting hung up on.
The AI was okay. It lasted a decent amount of time. I'm sure against like human Titans and stuff. This power-up sequence, I never got tired of that, of the way it all slides in like that. It's rad.
That's funny. The follow me around is the one that I would feel like I was using the most. The guard is the one. Leaving him behind is where I got scared. Somebody's just gonna jump on his back and blow him up.
Yeah. I mean that definitely could happen. It seems like that's the sort of thing that when more people play the game a long time, that maybe they'll figure out where the AI weakness is. But I didn't have too much trouble with it. But also, the more I played, I feel like I was often more effective on foot, and I suspect that's going to be one of those like kind of personal choice things where, like on foot, I got really good with the rocket launcher and taking out Titans, like getting on a rooftop, staying out of the way, just getting behind it, firing off a shot, like which can take off like around 2 bars of health with each rocket. Then doing this like Titan on Titan violence, which didn't always work out in my favor.
Right.
I don't have the discipline to run away, and the shield doesn't last forever. That's that left bumper shield attack there. So that's the health bar for Doom State right there.
If you avoid taking damage for a short time,
I think it's one of the interesting things about having this be completely online is that the balance is that while you're fighting this Titan, other dudes can be joining in. You don't have to worry about AI fighting with you necessarily. There will be other players there. Like I know when I saw 2 Titans battling, I knew it was my chance as a dude on foot to take out that Titan, right? Like he's kind of distracted.
Next wave incoming.
At least when I was playing, the brief time I had was that
It's basically Call of Duty. Like it's. I don't know how the campaign stuff will end up working out, if that'll end up feeling different, like more of a cooperative thing, but it's a team game like Call of Duty.
Right, and like did you find yourself when you were in a Titan ever focusing on anything but the other Titans?
If there were other Titans around, I shot those. If not, so when you're in a Titan, that countdown timer appears again, and it counts down to a damage bonus. So if it'll count down to like a few second kind of bonus that, I don't know if it's quad damage. I don't know what the actual percentage is,
but if you stay alive long enough?
Yeah, if you stay alive long enough, it'll tick down, and then it ticks down every time you kill anything. So even when you're a Titan, if you're not seeing other Titans, if you're still seeing AI drones, if you're still seeing other human players on foot, it's in your best interest to really take them out. And all the human players, when players are on foot, they have an anti-Titan weapon as part of their loadout. So that's automatic. You have 3 weapons. You have your primary, you have your pistol, and you have your anti-Titan weapon. And you're pretty much always ready to take out a Titan on foot.
When you say anti-Titan, the first thing that comes to mind is some kind of giant, like, anti-armor rocket launcher.
It is a big-ass anti-armor rocket launcher.
Is that the only one, or are there other Titans?
There are other ones. There's one that's a Sidewinder.
But are they all rockets, or are there any kind of like EMPs or other sort of?
The 2 that I saw were rockets.
Okay.
I don't know if how much, you know, the beta doesn't have all the weapons in it. So that's kind of going to take us to the end of training here, where the big reveal for. Okay, well here's me punching out. So when you're in Doom State, you got a hammer on the X button to get out, and then you pull that.
Right.
One of the perks you can equip on the Titan level is a nuclear explosion when they blow up. So it'll take more, it'll do more damage when it blows up.
Pilot combat certification is complete.
Yay! You graduated.
Yay! And then it sends us to the sweet black screen.
For your safety, please stay in the training pod to regain your equilibrium.
Oh, we're under attack. Oh wait,
Of course.
are we?
All hands, listen up. We're 5 minutes out from Horizon Station.
Oh boy.
None of that was real,
That wasn't a window at all.
To collect your gear and
We're
get
in
off-
space, man!
Oh no.
Welcome to the frontier.
Get back in the pod.
Yeah, just stay in here. It'll be fine.
Hammond Industries, huh?
Yeah, that's their mech making company. So it's the IMC versus a militia.
Jurassic Park failed. Hammond had to find some other business interests.
See, I mean, this stuff will all look
Chaos
super
finds
familiar.
a way.
Like they are making, you know, you unlock custom loadouts at level 4. You unlock custom loadouts for your Titans at level 10. You know, there are challenges to unlock different weapon sights and different attachments, and you know, the kit stuff are really just, it's the perks from Call of Duty. Your tactical ability stuff is what your left bumper and right bumper does. Like they're very much making that game with that style of progression.
Right.
So you kind of see the default loadouts here. The Vortex Shield is the thing that'll stop incoming stuff. The other option for that is an electric smoke cloud that does damage to Titans.
Okay.
Which I ended up switching to that once I got it, because I was not great with the shield.
There's that nuclear.
Because everyone just pops, you know, Titan on Titan violence starts with 2 Titans shooting each other, realizing, oh wait, I've got this shield.
Yeah.
Both of them hit the shield at the same time, and then let off on that and keep shooting. And that, you know, that's when you are playing the game for the first couple of times here.
Right.
That's how it went. They're keeping track of all sorts of. I think I show this again with actual stats in it a little later on. So maybe I could just go to the next file here and keep playing video. But you know, pistols, rifles, rocket launchers. Let's go to the next one here. And get into an actual match. This is Attrition. This is a game mode. It is basically team deathmatch. I think the reason they didn't go with team deathmatch is A, they wanted it to be different, and B, with all the AI in the map, it is you were earning points for killing the AI stuff as well. And then in addition to it kind of counting down your timer a little bit.
Do they ever have AI Titans?
I did not see any AI Titans.
Okay.
So, not to like try to tie Dota or whatever into this, but is there any concept of the waves of AI pushing against each other, and there's like a line of?
Not really. No.
There's no.
No, they don't get into the base. They don't. You know, at least not in the modes that they showed here. There are 3 modes in this version.
So winning this mode is purely a matter of just score.
Points. Yeah.
Okay.
Some good animation on the flailing arms
Yeah.
when people are hitting their back. It kind of reminds me of a little Dark Void-ish.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's like it's a little hard to control yourself when the
Well,
thing
like
kicks in.
the lady that was running in front of you, yeah, like her arms just went a little crazy.
Yeah. So I don't have it equipped here. When I get custom loadouts later on, one of the items you can equip will show dots on the map for all of the AI, like all the creeps.
That looks great. That
And you can see one there showing up on the mini map. The bigger circles are human players. And knowing where all those creeps were ended up being like pretty useful here. Totally break this dude's neck.
You got a knife? Oh, don't need it.
Got talent, I'll give you that.
You know, kill cams. So you can spawn, if your timer is ticked down, you see I've got about 210 left. If your timer is at 0 when you die, you can actually just spawn in the Titan and drop in the Titan directly.
Oh, like from orbit or whatever?
Yeah.
Your Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
And, you know, they'll kind of count it down for you to let you know where you stand. I thought the audio feedback of, like, how long it's going to take for the next Titan, like that sort of stuff was well done and pretty useful. Because you don't necessarily always have time to go look at that.
What's that?
That's just an AI dude doing something.
Oh,
Sometimes
okay.
you'll run inside and find
That's
two AI guys from opposing teams fighting each other, and you can just run up and break one's neck and to save your guy. So you see I'm getting attrition points as I'm getting these kills,
Your Titan will be ready.
which are the, you know, that's the thing you want.
now, as you're killing guys, your counter should go down.
Yeah. This guy kicked me. So those are kind of your two melees. It's the neck snap and the kick.
The boot?
Yeah.
The big boot?
Yeah.
That's weird.
The maps feel a lot bigger than something like Call of Duty. And like that was, you know, I think people have concerns about the player count, it being like 6 on 6 with these kind of larger mechs and maps and that kind of feeling empty. But like I said, the AI grunts actually kind of fill out the action pretty well. It didn't seem like there was a shortage of things to do at any point.
You can, or can you jump on a Titan on your own team and ride it? Is there any kind is that a thing?
I think so?
Yeah, I can't remember.
I don't actually know. So you kind of see, like, those Titans are frail if you're not careful with them, they will go down. It doesn't take too many of those rockets to really do it in.
So when your Titan is ready, like it is now,
Yeah.
now you're killing guys, are you getting
No,
those-
at this point I'm kind of like wasting it.
Okay.
I think. So it's, you know, even if you're not going to get in it for whatever reason, like, you know, you still might as well just call it down and hope that it can hold a position if you're trying to hold a control point.
Right.
Or have it follow you around and hope it does some damage or something like that if it's not going to be your thing. But I decided to run off to this corner here where no one would see and say, make me a robot. There's a lot of good different little embarking animations depending on what angle you're approaching it from. Like you kind of just jump off a building at it and hold the button down and you'll get in there.
Right. Now you could get out anytime you want and do it.
Yeah.
Do a guard or a follow.
So this is what I was talking about, where we shoot for a while and then both hit shield,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of, and he's running away because he doesn't have any shields, and I'm trying to do more damage. I like that they show you what the Titan you're shooting at's health is. That is useful information. Those missiles do not lock on; they are not that useful.
So with that,
Seems like infinite ammo on the Titan weapons. You do have to reload, but
with that shield, are you collecting stuff and then pushing it back at him?
yes, yeah, the vortex shield will collect things, and then you can, like, you see the bullets accumulating there, and then I'm just letting it off. And then he caught it. Boy, that's bad. I don't know how much back and forth you can do with it, or if there's any, like, if it'll do more damage if it's bounced back and forth, or you know, or what happens there. But
Any way to repair your Titan
no,
besides the shields recharging?
at least not that I saw.
This looks nice. It looks like the frame rate keeps up
Yeah,
with all the craziness.
yeah. There was one spot where the frame rate kind of took a hit for about 4 seconds or so. Seemed like a weird kind of anomaly. I don't really know. But generally, yeah, it ran really well. This is at 720. This is with the Xbox One set to 720 because that's how we captured the footage. They had them all turned to 1080, so I had to go and manually turn it down.
Does the mech have any, or the Titan, sorry, have any Titan on Titan melee attack?
Yeah, you can click on the right stick to throw a punch.
You can grab the dude out if he's low enough.
I think when they're in a doomed state, you can
rip
grab
them out of
them. I think.
Man, those guys are just taking it.
Yeah, oh, those are AI dudes.
Yeah,
they're not very smart.
Yeah, like tell me about it. Jeez.
We see, like, look at that. That was like over 2 bars of damage that I did with that rocket. So, you know, by treating that mech like carelessly, that dude lost it.
Is there a reason, or have you found a good reason to, once they're in a doom state, really follow up and
They can keep shooting. So if they're in a position where they're
doing damage?
like
You can accelerate the doom state by counting them?
Yeah,
Guns
by doing a
flare.
little more damage.
Your mech inside this building is freaking me out. Oh wait, now you're on
No,
foot.
no, I'm on
Got
foot.
You're dominating that pilot.
Let's see here. We're close to leveling up, so you know if you want to hear the level up noise, we'll get to that, and then maybe skip ahead a little more.
Is it a sick guitar riff?
It's not.
No?
No.
Is it a ding? Do you get? Is there any weapon customization?
You can. So there are challenges with associated with each weapon that will let you unlock scopes and different like attachments like that. But there didn't seem to be any sort of like I want urban camo on it or whatever.
But maybe different scopes, or definitely different scopes.
Yeah.
No, like Voltron style Titans combined.
Not that
Giant robot.
Not that I saw. Also, I think only one of the Titan chassis are in the beta.
Oh, like the tanker. Or
They've shown 3. I don't know if there are more than that or not. This is the balanced one. There's the Strider, which is fast and less resilient, and then there's a heavy that is slower and more resilient. So kind of basic on some of that stuff. Like the parts and the way you put them together is fairly standard, and it's Call of Duty.
Right, it's not
the stuff they're building in terms of like equipping perks and equipping attachments and that sort of stuff. Like you can tell that this game was influenced by Call of Duty.
Right. Not a mech sim.
No.
Though.
I don't really hear much of a noise.
Yeah, there was a bunch of other stuff happening there, so it is a little understated though.
It would be pretty sweet if everybody called their Titan down and they combined.
Yep.
And really goofy and probably not in the vein of this game at all.
It's a Devastator.
Man, how great would that be? You're just like the right arm,
Yeah.
just shooting.
All of a sudden you're like 200 feet tall.
So I ended up actually really enjoying just being on foot going against Titans because this rocket launcher locks on pretty quickly and does a satisfying amount of damage. And there's something really cool about just taking out this big thing that is attempting to find you and step on you. So he's cloaked there. That's one of the abilities on the left bumper you can toss out.
So when you were in the Titan, did you find that you were getting killed more by dudes on foot or other Titans?
You see when another pilot's locking onto you. It shows on the screen kind of what direction the lock's coming from. So I definitely saw that a couple of times, but I usually died by other Titans just by, not feeling like backing off when my shields were down.
Sure.
At some point I was just like, you know what, I'm having a lot of fun on foot.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll get in a Titan and do what I can do, and if I lose it, whatever.
Did you do a lot of the jumping on the back of the enemy Titan?
No, I didn't. I got that to happen once. I had one jump on me, and like when it happens to you, it basically says, hey, there's someone on your Titan. You might want to get out and deal with that.
Oh, like there's no like smack your head or do anything like that?
No. But one of the items that you do, you can't equip, that electric smoke will do damage to enemy pilots if they're on you. So
Okay.
it actually ends up being a decent counter, or they describe it as if it is a decent counter. I didn't actually try it to being rodeoed.
So I spent a lot of time when I played it just doing that because I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
But then like I did not wind up with a lot of points or kills at the end, even though I felt like I was just doing it constantly.
Right.
Do you get as many points for killing a Titan as you do just a grunt? Like, is it just a
it's
kill?
showing the point totals on kills. We can look and see. You'd probably get more for more for Titans. Even in Attrition, where you're getting different points. Like you get more points for killing human players than you do for AI.
Okay.
And you probably get more points for taking out Titans too.
I mean, I guess you'd have to, right?
Yeah. So we're in the epilogue here, where they are trying to get to.
Oh right.
Unstoppable.
Wait. We went from 2 to 3?
Yeah.
That was fast.
Where they're trying to get to that point and escape, and we were trying to stop them. The mechs cannot walk up those stairs.
Can you blow that up?
It seems like if you had a full team of Titans
Yeah.
right
Oh,
here
yeah,
dumping
look
on
at
this
that
thing,
health
if you look at the health bar, it's not going anywhere. I feel like we got one halfway down once, but it's not there for very long, so you don't have a lot of time to actually blow it up. But damn it.
What do you get if
want to
you
blow one of those things up?
What do you get if you blow up or stop them? Do you get more points?
Yeah.
Like more XP or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah. Oh, I should get the lower bar off the screen there. Top my team. Top my team.
Nice job. Oh, okay. So pilot kills, Titan kills. Okay,
Yeah.
they do break it out.
Yep. Yeah, because a Titan kill isn't necessarily a pilot kill because the pilot ejects.
Right.
And one of the perks you can equip is an auto eject that has a cloak with it. So it'll auto cloak you as you're ejecting, which ends up being useful because it gives you enough time to kind of get like one missile lock on before the cloak breaks, or you know, it's confusing enough that you can usually get one missile off.
So you unlock this.
Yeah, I unlocked
class?
the third default loadout.
And this artillery
and the
man.
artillery loadout here. Quad rockets there. Let's jump into the other map here. I think this is still going to be Attrition, but this is the other map that's in the beta. So
In this, are you playing a different
Agency.
class or loadout?
let's see what I picked here. I think I stuck with what was working. I ended up swapping around a little bit and trying out the different pistols once I got custom class stuff unlocked.
Weird
kinda-
looking robot.
Didn't necessarily enjoy the shotgun that much, and just kind of went back to the assault rifles and such.
Yeah, I wonder if different maps will have more close quarter stuff. Seems like it's like kind of medium range so far from what you're
Yeah,
doing.
and then this being kind of a city, like this level is way more dependent on the rooftops. So, you know, getting up high, waiting for Titans to get close, and taking them out with rockets is pretty useful.
I do like, as opposed to like Call of Duty or something, the speed at which you go from your spawn point to a different area of the
Yeah,
map.
you
Like,
haul ass in this game. Like, you are moving. So check this out. One thing I forgot to mention here until right now, you see the number of magazines I have above my ammo count.
7.
They do proper ammo. Like if you reload a half full mag, it's still
wow.
Is it? Oh, that's
which is a
frightening.
weirdly simmy
Yeah.
thing to throw in to this game.
yeah. That's scary.
So
So
it-
don't reload after
it's
2 shots.
Yes, it took me a few matches to kind of breed that out of me again, because that's me in Call of Duty is take 3 shots, reload, you know, kill a guy, reload, kill a guy, reload, kill a guy, reload. Good or bad, you know, if there's guys around, I die a lot reloading. Yeah, so you see the AI guy's not the most aggressive. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. Oh, we're 45 seconds to a Titan here. Let's
Can you find, are there ammo drops and ammo cases around?
I think when you get in a Titan, you refill your pilot ammo.
Oh, interesting.
You know, it makes sense. Drop
Yeah.
that thing with some bullets in it.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah. So yeah, so there I'm kind of calling my dude down in the middle of this business.
If he lands on a Titan or an enemy, they're dead.
I don't know. I was unable to get that to happen. I thought about just letting it land on me, because I figured there'd be some challenge in place for that.
Right. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's already going bad, and I'm already out of it.
Wow. Man.
But don't worry, because I've got this gigantic ass rocket launcher that is good for handling business. So that shot took, if you see there, that one shot took 21 seconds off my build timer.
I wonder how much, if like beta and post-release balancing they'll do.
Yeah, on the times and stuff like that. It just seems like there's a lot of stuff that they
tweaks.
could tweak if it's not working out. But it felt pretty right to me. I mean, granted, only played it for a little bit there, but yeah. So this is me on this map. At this point, you know, you kind of have the early part where everyone's got their timers, right? So you're not going to find a lot of Titans. But this midpoint in the match onward, where just, you know, you can guarantee that there are Titans out there, it ended up being just really fun to do this.
And
And they'll try to deal with you. They'll try to find you.
seems like you start with a decent amount of ammo for that rocket
Yeah,
launcher.
you got like 15 rockets. Like you could do it.
And like 2 hits to take down a Titan, 2 or 3?
Probably more like 3, maybe 4-ish.
Stand by for Titanfall.
That there, I was trying to drop a Titan on rooftop to see if that would work. It does not.
It does not.
AI offline. Pilot mode engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seems like the pace on, and maybe it'll be different once everybody's played it for a while, but it just seems like you're constantly moving.
Yeah, yeah. It's hard to know. Yeah, it's hard to know how the game will, evolve as more people get their hands on it and stuff too. You're right. So you see that timer there and that pilot lock there. That's all stuff that we talked about before. The damage cores, your damage boost. It doesn't last very long. Like you pop it and it's maybe 10 seconds.
But is it pretty significant?
It seemed like it was pretty significant. Also, it counts down there, so you see it there. That's it was like 3 seconds. Oh no! So you see it ticking down there. That was it warming up. So pop out there, do some damage to some Titans. Rush over here to try to find some other action, but
it's gone.
Yeah, it doesn't last very long.
Who are these people talking to you? Nice moves and.
That's like your CO. It's the guy. It's the dude that pops up in the upper right corner.
I was going to mention. I mean, this is still the just multiplayer mode.
Right. This is not the
but
campaign.
It's interesting that they still name the guys that are talking to you and telling you what's going on.
Yeah, I expect it'll be. I mean,
but probably people
those names only show up in the subtitles, so who
Yeah.
knows, if that actually matters or not. But
Replacement Titan will be ready in 2 minutes.
But yeah, that's
it's possible they're
I imagine they show up in the
characters from the
campaign
story
stuff,
mode.
yeah.
Kind of characterizes this as like the ongoing operations of this conflict or
right.
something.
Yeah.
I hope these Titans aren't too expensive.
They keep dropping them out of the sky, so they're
burning through Titans.
probably okay.
The nearest evac point.
So now we are trying to escape. Skip ahead, get to the epilogue there.
Is it the winners or the losers that try to escape?
It might be different depending on the map.
And is it that same mechanic at the end of every match?
In these 2 maps, it definitely was drop ship every time. I don't know if it'll be different.
These were both attrition rounds, right?
Yeah, this is both attrition, but the epilogue happens in control point mode, I think, too. Well, we'll find out. We'll get there.
Huh. So you get a little, if you hit the ledge, you'll get a little boost back up?
Yeah.
You made it. Does everybody have to make it?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that'd be nice, but... And I can kind of shoot out of it here, depending on what seat you get. That may not be useful.
Are you the only one who made
I'm
it?
the only one who made it.
Live to bring the footage back?
Just
Sole survivor, 100 points.
Wow, you got more because you're the only one who made it?
Yeah.
I wonder if you can sabotage your own dudes. That's nasty.
All right, so let's see where we're at on the unlock front here.
So did they have their own matchmaking stuff going on here? Is this going to be troublesome, you think, with the Xbox One friend system?
I mean, it's all, if you want to play with friends, then, I mean, who knows? They're going to push that update out before Titanfall hits, so that could matter.
Yeah.
Or it might not, but it has kind of the typical playlist stuff you would expect from Call of Duty.
Does it seem like you can roll with your own squad once you're in here?
I think that's the idea, is, you'll invite players into a lobby and then go matchmake as a team. But we didn't do any of that, so I don't really know for sure. So typical kind of challenge stuff in there for you to get some bonus XP that way, like you do.
Did you ever see any of these popping up while you were playing,
Yep.
like your progress?
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't know that I was getting footage at that point, so
But
I
you
don't know
did
that we have
see
any
it.
examples of it. But at the end of a match, it'll show you kind of the 6 challenges you made the most progress in one match. I completed all 6. That felt pretty good. Let's go on to the next video here. And this will be Hardpoint. This is, it's domination. It's control point mode, A, B, and C.
Do you feel like there's a lot of stuff, or do you know for a fact, is there stuff that's not in here that they're holding back, aside from the campaign stuff?
I mean, I assume there are weapons. I don't know for sure. I mean, I know there are the different mech chassis and stuff that we're not in.
In
this that don't appear to be in the beta.
Okay.
Like it doesn't even show as grayed out as you're gonna unlock this at level 20. Like the list was literally just the Atlas, or I think that's what's called the default, the default one. So.
But you think there are more?
Suspect that there is more to the final game.
So you think there are more than 3 chassis you'll get?
There might not be more than 3.
Okay.
They've announced 3 so far, and they fill the exact specification of what you do when you want some variety of heavy and slow, light and fast, and medium.
Right.
So I don't know. You know, the things you equip on them are not specific to those mechs. So you still pick which weapons you want it to have. You still pick all that sort of stuff. So I mean, you're still kind of customizing that aspect of it. But there is one more thing that we haven't really gotten to. It was in some of these later videos because you have to unlock it. So here I'm trying the smart pistol.
Oh, right. How did you find this mode with only 6 enemies? Like, did you feel like you could sit in control? I guess there are only 3 control points, but like, that seems like you're spreading stuff a little thin. Like 6 human players.
Well,
Yeah.
I assume the AI guys go for them too, right?
Yeah, the AI guys will kind of hover around the points. I don't know that they'll capture them, but I think if you control a point, you will get some dudes around there. So you see, I also have that perk set up where you see all the dots on the map. You can see the all the enemy grunts show up that way, which is useful. Like that. That guy's sitting there. I don't know what he's doing. He's dead now. So yeah, I'm taking this point. Also, that smart pistol is your primary. It is not a secondary. So it's not like you can have that as your pistol.
Can you capture points in your Titan?
Yep. Well, so this one that I'm near now, yes, the doorways are big enough for you to get inside. The one at B is not big enough for you to get inside. Neither is the one at A. So you have to get out. So that's where the follow mode, guard mode stuff comes into play. Is like you have to abandon this thing and run inside and take this point. Also, if you die and your Titan is out there, it is still out there.
So when you respawn, you can get back in?
Yeah.
Unless somebody blew it up.
Right, yeah. If someone blows it up, they blow it up. But, you know, if not, then these guys just hanging out.
I'm surprised there aren't people just setting up Titans to just guard these points.
Yeah, that
like
might prove
Titans.
to be a useful tactic. I never tried it because I wanted to shoot stuff myself.
Right.
So there I was trying to shoot a human with that thing. And this was the point where I was like, man, fuck this pistol. Let's skip ahead a little bit here. So now we're in the Titan that's got the quad rockets. Shoots like that instead of the assault rifle. And that guy's dead.
That's flare.
Oh. Can you tell if an enemy has the nuke equipped? Does it seem...
I think that noise, when it was going, that might have been it. The
to know to run like hell?
Yeah, that could have been it. I died to one once.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no swords? No,
No, not that I saw.
What kind of giant robots are these?
You are outnumbered 2-1.
I shouldn't have shot those rockets into his shield.
What does that mean you're outnumbered 2 to 1? Does it mean the 2 Titans are attacking you? Like literally?
I think that means there are 2 Titans in your vicinity that are coming around on you.
AI mode engaged. Auto-type engaging enemy pilot.
All right, let's skip ahead out of this match and see if I unlock anything at this point. Or there you see, my auto Titan killed someone.
Yeah. Did you see any cosmetic customization stuff? Like, I want to put this skull on my Titan.
I didn't see any of that. Yeah.
Man, I would have to imagine that is an area they would venture into. Like, put this decal on the back. And
I
like,
think so. You know, that could be something if they do have some kind of prestige equivalent, maybe, that it unlocks something there.
Or yeah, like full body paint jobs or whatever.
Right.
well-
They did say there would be no microtransactions in the game.
Oh, they did? Really?
Yeah, they're going to do a season pass. They're
Oh,
going to do
no kidding.
maps, or I assume they're going to do a season pass. They're definitely going to do maps.
Oh, wow.
But they say came out and said no microtransactions.
Really?
Good on them.
Yeah. So, have you noticed anything where you do recognize Titans by their paint job, or not really?
There's only one Titan,
Okay.
so no. In this build, you know, in the beta, there's a Titan, so there's no point in even.
Oh, I meant like the medium heavy.
Like
the
I said,
assault.
the light and heavy are not in the beta, so you know, they do look different.
Yeah.
The Strider, the light one, is smaller. I did get a Strider once using kind of the last thing, the new thing that we'll cover here. But let's move on ahead to get to the point where that gets unlocked. So here I am escaping again, running away.
What is that? He's warping into space?
Warping into space.
Weird.
From in atmosphere warp. Seems dangerous.
Never
Hey, that guy
engage-
made it.
You never
And
engaged
then his
the
gun
warp in the atmosphere.
disappeared. 4 on 6, you know, we're gonna lose, all right? Hey.
But you escaped.
Some press event this was.
Man,
Yeah, right.
I want a flaming Titan skin, just like on fire. Lava skin.
So these are the weapons that are in there. You can kind of see the attachment stuff. See, kill 100 grunts, kill 200 enemies to unlock, you know, suppressor and extended mag, that sort of stuff. Sidewinder's the other anti-Titan weapon. I don't think it's as good as the heavy rocket. But that's me. Automatic pistol, non-automatic pistol for your sidearm. Stim is a movement boost. I ended up using that instead of cloak once I unlocked it.
The enhanced
Parkour
yeah.
kit, you know? Yeah, minion detector ended up being pretty useful for me. All right, so let's move on to this one real quick. I think this is just going to be.
Pilot, keep going. There's a hard point in that building.
Yes, this is just Hardpoint on the other map.
I've neutralized militia control of this terminal.
You may have said this already, but how many maps were they showing?
There are two in the beta, 3 modes. The other mode is not. I don't have it on footage. I don't have any of it captured, but it is Last Titan Standing. And in Last Titan Standing, everyone starts in a Titan, and when all the Titans on one team are blown up, it's over.
Huh.
So
But you will
You can
respawn
still
as a
eject.
pilot?
You do not respawn.
Oh, you don't?
You can eject, so you get one life basically. So you can live on as a pilot and take out other
Yeah.
Titans that way.
once
But if
you're
you die,
dead,
you're done.
Wow.
It's round based.
Did you find it fast?
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
If there's still pilots alive on your team, but all of your Titans are destroyed, do you
you're out.
still lose?
Yeah. You need Titans.
We just lost Hardpoint Alpha. I got nothing.
Did you
Someone
just
get over
eject out of your Titan and start rocket launcher?
That is, yes. Eventually, I was like, man, fuck this. I'm gonna park this Titan back here where they're not gonna look for it.
Right.
And
Throw a tarp over it.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't notice it.
Oh, I can't jump out the
I was
window?
trying to jump out that window, and that guy got in my way.
Oh, but you can't get out the window?
Then he ran over to that one too. And I probably ran out here and immediately died. Right? That's usually how this goes.
I'm kind of surprised they don't color code that shield. Like, is it hard to tell who's who when that comes down? Like, you know, the enemy shield isn't red or anything like that.
I thought it was.
I've only seen blue shields.
Yeah,
around
I've only
the
seen
mechs.
blue as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that is a little.
Like, I guess you can see the username, right?
Right,
Above it?
you can. So you kind of have to look for it that way.
Take a hunt. Pilot, you're getting close to a hardpoint. It's inside a building. Check your map.
Control transferring to pilot.
It's fun. I like it. It's different.
Yeah. It is different enough. It feels very different from Call of Duty, though there are things that are very familiar, or that will feel very familiar to players of that game. The movement and stuff, the agility, the double jump, the wall running is great. Like, it feels really nice.
Excessive damage sustained.
You know, I wonder if this is successful, how much of this we'll see.
How much robot stuff you'll see in other games?
Yeah.
Or in Call of Duty.
Or even the speeding up and the, you know,
Oh, yeah.
the moving away. Like, maybe not necessarily robots, but...
Maybe that's what Mirror's Edge 2 will just end up being. It'll be Battlefield with parkour. Oh, God. I shouldn't have said that out loud.
Hardpoint in that building dead ahead. Go inside and patch me in.
I found it was really fun when an enemy Titan had their vortex shield up to just run up and punch them. That felt pretty good.
Are you locked into a certain amount of time with the shield up, or can you put it down whenever?
You see on the left bumper display there, that cloak?
Yeah.
You see that meter?
Yeah.
That drains.
But can you put it down whenever you want?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not like you pop it in your
Right,
hand.
yeah. And when you start shooting, I think you automatically
Drop it.
pop.
All right, I'm neutralizing neutralizing this hard point.
All right, let's skip ahead and just look at some of this other stuff here.
Hardpoint Charlie.
Oh, so there I completed a challenge.
Yeah.
Let's see what that was.
Pilot, you're approaching Bravo. Watch for hostiles. Look at your map.
Yeah.
Close to Hardpoint Charlie.
Oh, when you were playing this, were you guys using voice chat at all, or?
Nope. No
On your own?
microphones, no nothing. I didn't know who else was even in this game. There were a bunch of stations set up in this
Oh.
big-ass warehouse-looking spot, and no idea. More than 12, so, you know, there was, you know,
Right.
2 or 3 games probably happening in that space.
Hardpoint Charlie is dead ahead. Now find the two.
I will say, when you do get the reflection right and nail people with their own shit,
Satisfying.
kind of satisfying. But difficult. Like, I was not great at it, you know.
Stand by.
Like, I wonder if you are playing with 3 or 4 of your buddies with voice chat, if waiting to simultaneously get all the Titans at the same time.
Oh, like just call them in all at once?
Yeah, and like, you know,
Yeah.
stomp through with 4 Titans is.
Right. So at this point, I've unlocked custom loadouts, and I'm kind of just speccing stuff out, but I think that's all that's in this video. And then I was like, why am I recording this? Let's move on. One last thing I want to seek out and show here that might only be in the last video.
Transferring control.
No. No.
That Titan's on fire.
No. Oh, you know, it's probably actually at the end of this match, now that I think about it.
These environments look like, was it District?
District 9?
Is it District? What's the one with the aliens that come down and? Like,
Yeah, it's District 9.
yeah, look like you're fighting through those.
The apartheid parable.
Yeah, exactly.
So, burn cards.
What's a burn card?
It is a one-time use consumable item that
Great.
you will earn as you play. Again, there are no microtransactions
Yeah.
in this game.
Yeah.
I know you said that, but as you keep
I know.
going,
This is the part where you look at it and go, oh, they'll sell packs of cards. But apparently they're not going to.
maybe they'll be really expensive, and they'll be like, "We told you no microtransactions."
So these are one-time use. You unlock. You eventually unlock 3 burn card slots, and you can put these in when you're not in a match. So you go into a match with a maximum of 3 burn cards at your disposal, and every time you respawn, you can choose to activate one. It only lasts for 1 life.
Oh wow.
So you get, you know, prosthetic legs. You get to run faster for that 1 life.
Huh.
One of these, so that's 40 seconds off your build time. The smartest action, I think, would be to use that burn card and use it on your first spawn and immediately knock 40 seconds off before the match has even started. That's how I would play it. One of the burn cards I got was immediately call in a Strider.
Oh,
Which is-
so that's how you said you got that other.
Right.
Wow.
So that time I did call it down at the very start of a match. And while everyone else had like 3 minutes or 4 minutes or whatever it is on their timer, I was already in a robot running around fucking people up.
So that was the light class.
Yeah.
Weird.
And that was super fun. They've got an equivalent of like tactical insertion in there. There's a burn card for like respawn right where you died. And there's ones for, you know, starting with a different heavier weapon or fully charged weapon that you wouldn't get, or, you know, start with your damage core already online. And they seem to come plentifully.
Like from where? From doing what?
I think it's from kills. I think you will see it on kind of the feed as this match goes, as you'll see burn cards mentioned there. So I think it's just like as you play, you will get more. So theoretically, you know, if you might not run out of them.
farm grunts. Oh, so you can pick up their weapons if you want. Look like they had a weapon prompt. I don't know
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it ever makes sense to.
So I think I did pop that burn card there, or okay, no. So that's how it'll show up when every time you respawn, you can hit Y, pull up with your, you know, whatever burn cards you brought into that match, and pull one off, and activate one. Skip ahead a little bit more here. Yeah, so there I used it. It knocked 40 seconds off right away. Ready for a Titan.
Huh.
Do you have footage of the Strider you called down?
I do not.
Bummer.
It stopped. I kept hitting record, it didn't go. But I think they've put out trailers with some of the other suits in it and stuff. So there, burn card earned is what it said there.
Huh.
And that was for killing a Spectre, which is one of the AI guys. So
Oh.
That was the nuclear explosion of another Titan, right?
Oh.
So I'm not sure how frequently the burn cards unlock, but I will say, in the hour or so I played after they were unlocked here, I ended up with more than I knew what to do with, and some that I just definitely wouldn't even want to use. They were just not my thing. So
you had to get to a certain level before you could use burn cards?
yeah, it's one of the unlocks. You get to like level 8 or whatever it is. And
Okay.
suddenly you can start using them.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's Titanfall
So far.
so far.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah, they're just in there just hugging, and you're like, well, that's what. This love is forbidden. You are on opposite sides of this war. I must break your neck.
Yeah.
So it's like Romeo and Juliet stories playing out on every single map.
The grunts ever say thank you? Thanks, man.
They might. They
He's a
actually
pilot.
Say, hey, you saved my life.
You enjoyed it, huh?
I did. Yeah, it is a lot of fun to play. It kind of, like I said, there are things that are definitely similar to other games of this type. It's a lot like Call of Duty in a lot of ways, but the addition of the robots, but really the wall jumps, the speed at which you're moving around, and the things you're doing,
A double jump
is what makes it feel. Yeah, double jump, like makes it feel pretty different.
Oh my god. Is that a wall run into a mantle?
Yes.
Man.
You are mobile in this game.
Wow.
You are mobile as fuck, and the people that learn that first are going to be the people that are better at it. So here I am trying. They're trying to escape. I'm trying to stand here and make sure no one gets away, and that no one gets out alive.
Is this the extraction point?
Yeah. I extracted that guy to hell.
You can't jump inside their...
No. You can't jump in their thing. You can't.
Can you throw a
You're
grenade
not
in
able
there?
to take it out on foot.
Wonder if you could get a grenade in.
I think that once a guy gets in, you might still be able to take him out. I'm not sure.
Can you use your anti-Titan weapon on it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, that would probably be the thing to do.
It looks fun.
It is fun. So that beta is like the 14th through the following. It's Friday through Wednesday, which is a weirdly like short time.
Yeah.
And I'm not 100% sure how they're going to be getting access. There's some more burn cards. Active radar pulses.
Yeah, I bet, during that period or leading up to it, watch social media networks, right, for
codes and
for people doing code stuff.
yeah. I don't really know exactly how it's gonna work out.
And when's it coming out?
The
March
11th for everything.
Oh,
but,
that's-
so PC and Xbox One,
Okay.
and then 360 got pushed to the 25th.
You didn't see any PC
Nope.
at that event?
We've been seeing this game on PCs for about a year now, so it was kind of nice to actually see it running on a proper Xbox.
Oh, is that what they had at E3? It was
Yeah.
all PC stuff?
Yep. Yeah, so this was...
Could you see any, from your memory, see any difference? Or, like, do they
From
look
my memory,
comparable?
not really. No, not...
'Cause it looked pretty good here.
Yeah, it looks pretty sharp. There were definitely some spots where I'm like, these textures maybe aren't amazing.
I'd love to have something to put in my Xbox One. Any
Yeah,
Kinect
yeah.
support?
I didn't see any
No
menus for
eject,
Kinect
no
support,
punch
no.
out, like grab your arm and,
No, it's all just fist bumps and high fives. Like, it's just the full Steel Battalion moveset's in there. You just got to know.
We made it
You
work.
just have to unlock it, yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's Titanfall. It'll be in beta in a couple of days here for a very short period of time, and then it'll be out. So, if you want to play it, hopefully you can find a way to get a code. We need to get some codes. We should get some codes.
Yeah, we should.
play some more of that.
Yeah.
I wonder if you pre-order, you get a code or something.
You'd think, but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like. I don't know. That stuff's been iffy. Like for a while, they're calling it an open beta, but they're, Vince Zampella was on Twitter yesterday saying it would be code based. So, I don't know. It's been crazy. So, we'll see how it goes, and the game will be out soon. So, thanks for watching. See ya.